In this video, I'm going to share with you what credit card companies have been doing behind your back and how this may damage your credit score. If you haven't heard, according to LendingTree, in the first 4 months of 2021, credit card companies slashed credit user limits and in some cases even closed the cards without permission. This happened to over 62 million cardholders and you might be one of them. But before I talk about the damage this could cause to your credit score, let's take a look at what exactly makes up your credit score and figure out why lower credit limit or in some cases closed credit account might be an issue for you. So there are 5 criteria that make up your credit score. Payment history, which affects 35% of your score. Credit usage, that accounts for 30%. Credit age accounts for 15%. Account mix influences 10% of your score. And credit card inquiries also affect 10% of your score. When you close credit card account, it affects 2 out of the 5 criteria that influence your credit score. These are credit usage and credit age, which combined affect 45% of your total credit score. To demonstrate, let's take a look at the example. Say right now you have a total of $10,000 as a credit limit. And let's say your balance is $1,000, which giving you credit usage of 10%. Say you have one card that is the oldest one and you don't really use it, but your total credit limit for that card is $3,000. And let's say the credit card company decides to completely close this account, which brings your total credit limit to $7,000. So now, not only your credit limit dropped down, age history went down, and also even if you still have a balance of $1,000, your total credit usage jumped up to 15%. So now all of your efforts to building perfect credit score are now compromised without you even doing anything and you being at fault. So why do credit cards do this, and if you can get affected? It all started in spring of 2020 thanks to we all know what. When the illness struck, credit card companies started to close credit cards that were inactive or of little use. And they did so to minimize their financial risk during the sky-high unemployment rates and economic crisis. Now you know why credit card companies do this. The next question you might have, whether or not you should smash the like button, and the answer is yes, you absolutely should. All jokes aside, you're probably wondering if this happens to you, is there any way you can recover? So here are a few steps you can take to minimize the damage and restore your credit score. First thing you need to do is to call your credit card companies, because if you don't ask, you don't get, right? And what you could do is either ask them to increase your limit, if that what happened to your card, or if they close your card, what you could ask is to reopen the credit card. Now, you don't want to ask for a new credit card, you want to ask for the old account to be reopened in order for no changes take effect on your credit score. And keep in mind, when you do call them and ask to either increase the limit or reopen the account, try to be kind and polite and don't demand anything, because there are people on the other side of the line as well. If this doesn't work, here's what you could do next. You can call your other credit card companies and ask them to increase the limit on those credit cards. This will help you to make up for the lost credit limit and keep your credit card usage the same. The next thing you can do is to open a new credit card. This may bring your credit score down by 1 or 2 points, but the increased credit limit because of this card will help you to make up overall credit card usage, will bump your credit score overall. Now, nobody is really bulletproof from these massive credit card closures and credit card limits, but if you have a card that you don't really use a lot or don't use at all, it would be safe to say that the best way to protect yourself from these massive credit card cuts is to actually start using this card. And it doesn't have to be big purchases. You can put $100, maybe $200 on this card every now and then, maybe even add some subscription to that particular card so there is constant usage of the card and the credit card companies don't close this card. But do keep in mind, you don't want to create a new expense for this card. You just want to distribute all of the expenses that you have throughout all of the credit cards, including the one that you actually don't use that much. That's all I have for you today. And if you are one of the 62 million affected, let us know in the comment below, what did you do to help you restore your credit score and recover from this big mess? If you are trying to pay off your debt right now and trying to restore your credit card score, be sure to watch this video right here where I talk about how I was able to pay $52,000 in 4 years.